Safety briefings are really important on boats.
Here's how to make a great one.
Sailing Virgins! Yeah. Hi, I'm James.
And I'm Jack.
We're Sailing Virgins. This episode is going to be on safety briefing. Not all that interesting. We were talking about it before. It's hard to make it exciting, but it's really important, right?
People are on their holidays, they jump on the boat and they're just all excited, but you do have like a little serious little bit that you've got to get through.
Yeah. So there's a way to do it so that it is a lot more engaging with the people. So that's the tip that we're going to show you. So what we're going to do is we're going to take you through like the 3-minute safety briefing that we give everyone, no matter who's going on the boat. And then we're going to go through the extended safety briefing because there's always 1 or 2 people that are keen. And you just cannot take everyone through an extended safety briefing and have them all be engaged. Some people will just switch off. So with those people, you've just got to have them engaged with the first 3-minute version, and at least you got them for the key elements. That's the way we look at it.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's get into it.
Cheers.
Yeah. Here are my crew. They might have heard this safety briefing 50 or more times already, but today they're going to be guessing crew. So guys, welcome to Libertas. I'm going to give you guys a safety briefing. So what do you think are the 3, give me one of the 3 biggest things that can happen on a boat that's not going to be good?
Man overboard.
Man overboard, great. Okay, so if there's a man overboard, you point and you shout, okay? Is everyone clear on that? So if you see someone fall overboard, you shout, man overboard! And then you point and you keep pointing. In fact, all through the whole maneuver that we do to pick them up, you're always pointing at the man overboard. Is that cool?
So you never stop pointing. Right?
Never stop pointing. Well done, Jack.
Right.
Right. So, of the the second of the 3 bad things that can happen, what might it be?
Could we, I guess we could hit something and
We can hit something, exactly.
Yeah.
So, the boat is I'm never too precious. If you see the boat heading towards something that you think it might hit, then let me know. It's never, never think that I'll be offended if you say, James, have you seen that? I just might not have seen it. People get tired and all that sort of thing. So if you see something like that, let me know. Is that cool?
Cool.
Right. What's the 3rd of the 3 bad things that can happen? What do you reckon, Marky?
Can a boat catch on fire?
Fire! Well done. Alright, so the thing about gas on boats is that it's heavier than air. So if there's a gas build-up, it will build up slowly in the bilge and it will slowly sit around here. Now the key to that, and then of course someone lights a match and the boat blows up. Okay, we don't want that.
Sounds dangerous.
Sounds a bit dangerous. So, to stop that from happening, if anyone smells gas, you tell everyone on the boat. You don't just tell me, you don't just tell your cabin mate, you tell everyone. Is that fair enough? And then we'll go and turn off the gas and we'll ventilate and we'll do all the things that we need to do. Is that cool?
Cool.
Alright, so let's go through them again. What are they? Number 1.
Man overboard.
Man overboard, what do you do?
Point and keep pointing.
Nice. Number 2.
We could hit something.
Yes.
And what do? We tell you, everyone, we tell you.
Great. And 3rd.
Fire!
And?
Tell everyone!
Tell everyone if we smell...
Gas.
Right, exactly. Okay, so that's like the 3-minute version. It might be 5 minutes sometimes. That's like the 3-minute version. And what it does is it pulls the information out of the people, so it engages them. You're not just like reading from a thing. You're getting them to play the guessing game. So it's kind of the most kind of entertaining version of the really succinct safety briefing that I think is really effective. So that's the first part. And then when the crew's all sitting there, because everyone's hearing this and everyone's like, got that. So then you'll find 1 or 2 people that are extra interested and you'll pull them aside and you'll do an extended safety brief. So that's what Jack and I are going to go through with you right now.
Life jackets can be confusing things to put on at the best of times. I think it's good at the start of the week for everyone to locate the life jacket or the deck vest that they might be wearing through the week and just fit it up, work out how to put it on and make sure it fits them. It'll be much easier when it's night time or when it's rough, when the boat's heeling over. They'll be more comfortable chucking it on then.
This is actually more comfortable than normal.
Yeah, this is good.
You know,
Not so bad.
Yeah.
Now this is a bit more like it's supposed to look like. Got to make sure they fit. You got to make sure it's suitable for your body type, and you want to get about a fist on the inside there. So these are our leashes used for clipping onto the boat outside while we're on deck. And it goes with life jackets and the leashes as well. Sort of 4 different times that we say you can use them. Firstly, whenever you feel like it. If you're kind of nervous on the boat and you want to wear one of these the whole week, that's absolutely fine. That's totally up to you. Secondly, it's whenever the skipper says so. Thirdly, anytime at night. It's man overboards are not simple at night. And then if there's any heavy weather, we'll always go for this. And then there's also, when you're out in colder water, like if you're sailing in England and stuff like that, you might be wearing these all the time when you're on the boat because of cold water shock. Out here in the Caribbean, not quite so bad.
If you can swim,
yeah.
And it's daylight, and we could handle. We say to people, if you're happy to tread water for sort of 10 minutes, then fine. Some people aren't, so they'll wear one. If they're non-swimmers, they're going to wear one all the time. So it's really a judgment call. Yeah. So next we want to take them through the gas and how it works. On this boat there's a solenoid and there's a light that shows when the solenoid's on, and then you would show them how to actually light the unit by holding it down and pressing the piezo, and then you have a light there. So that would so just going through the gas, how to turn it off, things like that is going to be important as the next point. Yeah. Make sure everyone knows where they are. You can play a little guessing game as far as hide and go seek and find the fire extinguisher, and actually take them off and talk about it. Make sure it's in date, and then just tell them how simple it is to pull the pin and to aim it at the base of the fire. Just things like that, so they understand what it needs to in case a fire happens. Fire extinguishers. Yeah. On this boat, we have 3 first aid kits. One's for day-to-day, band-aids, antiseptic, that sort of stuff. The other one's a bit more serious when you need, dressings and that sort of thing. And then the third one is the Cat C kit, which has necessary drugs and that sort of stuff, which is actually sealed. So if things are getting pretty serious, you'd use this, and for the day-to-day stuff, it's just we're always topping up band-aids and things like that. So make sure they know where the first aid kit is and that sort of thing. Yeah. So next is the use of the radio. For your 1 or 2 people who are showing extra interest, you want to show them firstly how to turn it on, secondly to choose channel 16, yep, and thirdly to use the word Mayday, and fourthly and most importantly, location. So there's a long list of what to do and how to do it properly and all the rest of it, with call signs and all the rest of it. But really, if they just use channel 16, they say Mayday and they say a location, that's really going to get them out of a lot of trouble. Yeah. So if we're going on a long trip, like an island adventure or something like that, we're going to take them through our EPIRB and grab bag and things like that. So what I'll say here is what this EPIRB is. This actually has a feed of the current boat location, and then tell them that it's going to be no good to anyone unless they take it off and take it with them. Now, if this gets wet, it's automatically going to start up, or you can manually flick that thing over, and that's the EPIRB. That'll tell satellites over a frequency that who we are and where we last were because of this feed. So that's the EPIRB side of things. We also have a spot. A spot can act in a funny kind of way like an EPIRB, but it will also give pans, like things are not urgent but things are not great sort of thing. That will help with this as well. Yeah.
So this is our lovely 12-person ocean-going life raft, fresh out of service. Now we're going to be just having a quick chat about it, saying that basically if the boat has a catastrophic failure, this is going to be up at the surface waiting for us. And we always want to remember that we want to step up into a life raft, because nothing is better than our boat, than our yacht at floating. So we want to step up into a life raft, last resort.
Some boats have like a disaster cupboard that we call it. If things are really going bad, we have everything here that if the boat's going down or something, this is like a bonus cupboard to take with you. We have goggles for really bad storms. We've got gloves. Why you would ever use gloves, I don't know. We've got the Cat C kit, and we have in here the grab bag. Now the grab bag, I'm not going to take you through it exactly everything in it, but you can sort of see through here. It's got spare flares, it's got water, it's got head torch, it's got VHF, GPS, water still. There's all those sorts of things that are great to have if you're going to be on a raft for a while. So that's a longer voyage sort of stuff, but I will tell people in the extended briefing about this. Yeah!
As well as the flares in our grab bag down here, this is our main sort of flare kit. Inside we have 3 red handheld flares, and we have our 3 red parachute flares, and we have 2 orange smoke bombs. Just really remember, parachute flares, when helicopters are coming, big no-no. If they see a parachute go up, I've heard that they can sometimes just turn around and turn back. You don't want that. Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be the bare basics of a man overboard. This is sort of like if we're leaving the first marina and I fall overboard while I'm doing the fenders. This is just teaching a couple of people how to actually handle the boat. So we're going to teach them how to start the engine first off in case we're sailing. We're going to teach them basic use of the throttle, forwards, neutral, reverse. And we're going to teach them how the autopilot works, and most importantly how to come off the autopilot, because it'd be a damn shame if I was waving in the water and they were trying to steer but couldn't fight the autopilot to come and get me. That's the basics.
Sailing virgins!
Alright, so we just covered firstly the abbreviated safety briefing, and then we went into that extended safety briefing pretty thoroughly.
Yeah, but you can't, it's very rare that you're going to get a whole crew that'll follow you around the boat and listen to life rafts and flares and stuff like that. They just start switching off so quickly.
That's it. So you want those 1 or 2 really keen people and just take them around. You're going to take them on the radio, show them the VHF, you'll show them the ins and outs of the heads, things like that, so that it's actually just one, so you don't get all the people asking you the questions all the time. You might have 1 or 2 people that know enough to help the rest of the guests. Otherwise you're seriously spending your whole day just answering questions.
It's good to have a first mate too, they love it. There's always somebody on board who wants to have like a little bit of a higher position on the boat for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's really good. So we hope you got a lot out of this, and that your safety briefings are going to be really spot on, and we'll see you out on the water. Sailing virgins. Yeah.